If you know Uncle Roger, you know he's a pretty good judge of fried rice. He even judged Gordon Ramsay, and he just released his own fried rice recipe. And some might say it's a perfect recipe, but I know we can make it better. Okay, so we've never done this before. We've never but bettered somebody else's recipe, and yet here we are. The first thing we need to do is meticulously review Uncle Roger's fried rice video, see how he does it, and then we make our own and do it, well, ideally better. This isn't really a competition, it's more so how do we elevate this individual's recipe, because I think his judgments are actually quite legitimate and helpful for the culinary community. So with all that said, let's make this, shall we? This is a little bit different of a but better. Normally we go through the drive-thru and we go get food and blah, 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 blah. This requires us to watch a video. Now let's begin. For the record, I actually love Uncle Roger. I've watched him multiple times and I find him very entertaining. He's got the right attitude. Double onioning this one. All right, I respect that. Ooh, when he chopped that green onion, his hand was like this and he was just like, that requires testiculars of steel. MSG. See, this is one of the things that I love about Uncle Roger. His love and appreciation for MSG has actually brought it back to the forefront of cuisine. And that's what we need. You know, you use it sparingly. Don't like use it as a crutch, but my God.
Peanut oil, because Uncle Roger loves to kill all the weak peanut allergy people.
Little peanut allergy, you can have a little peanut and then you just die.
Imagine just seeing a peanut on the table and you're just afraid for your life. You're like, all by the book. All by the book. He sauteed his veg, soften, eggs go in.
But it's almost all solid, like this.
He's got a good stirring technique going on.
MSG.
Oh my God, he's still going. Stop! Stop! Too much! He added so much MSG. He added like a quarter cup of that. He was just going with that. Uncle Roger, you know better. Ooh, the flip. That looks nice. That looks good. Honestly, his fried rice really does look good.
Not bad, Uncle Roger.
Not bad.
A lot of MSG.
Wonder how that happened. We have the data that we need. Uncle Roger, that's a good looking fried rice. Now, I do think that we can do better.
Okay, before we can even start making your fried rice, you need, well, rice. But let me make an important point. It must be leftover cold rice, not fresh cooked, and I'm not sorry about it. Blow! Just make extra rice next time. With that said, let's talk about how to cook your rice. Uncle Roger is correct. The holy grail of rice cookery is a beautiful rice cooker. I've said it before, and I'll say it forever. This is my Zoji Rushi, and the link will be in the description. To make the rice, place a nice medium grain white rice in a metal sieve set over a bowl, fill it up with water, toss and rinse your rice thoroughly. Look at all that starch washing off. Then drain your water, fill one more time, and agitate and rinse yet again. Drain the water again, and your rice should be beautifully washed. Place that in a rice cooker and add roughly equal parts of water. This was 2 cups of medium grain, so I used about 2 cups of filtered water, but you can always use the finger test. Now close the lid, start the rice cooker, dance to the song of its people, and enjoy perfect rice. Now, obviously this rice needs to be cooled, so I'm going to refrigerate it covered overnight. Or, you know, just make rice and have leftovers. For our fried rice sauce, get a small bowl, add a 1-inch knob of galangal that's been finely grated, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of Malaysian sambal, 3 cloves of finely chopped garlic, 1 tablespoon of sweet soy sauce, and 1.5 tablespoons of double-aged soy sauce. Mix that together until thoroughly combined, and that's your sauce, which you'll see in action later. Now we have another important thing to do before we make our fried rice, but first let me show you my woks.
Gordon might have 2 woks, but I have 3 woks.
Okay, now we're gonna fry some shallots. Get 3 nice, evenly sized, plump shallots. Cut their tops off, but leave them whole. Peel their skins off, and then slice them about 1/8 of an inch thick. You really want to keep these cuts as even as possible, or your shallots will brown unevenly, and papa no like. Now get a wok, fill it with about 3 cups of vegetable oil, and your shallots, yes, while they're all cold. Set it over a burner over medium-high heat, and begin constantly stirring with chopsticks. These are some long boy chopsticks that I like to use to keep your hands safe from the oil. After a few minutes, your oil will begin to bubble, then increase to a vigorous fry, and at this point, we're still constantly stirring, and as soon as your shallots begin to reach a golden brown, and they aren't quite bubbling anymore, immediately remove them from the oil with a spider and drain them on a paper towel. They will continue to brown after pulling, so if you don't pull them fast enough, they'll burn, and that's bad. Then immediately season with salt to taste, and those are your fried shallots. Now, let's finish this bad boy off. Get your most beautiful, big, juicy wok. Place it on your stove, drizzle in 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and begin heating over medium-high. Swirl the oil around your wok and keep heating until the oil begins to smoke. Swirl it around again, then pour your oil out, making sure to let the oil cool before you throw it away, unless you want to melt your trash bag. Wipe out your wok with a paper towel, and your wok is ready to go to work. From there, I added 3.5 tablespoons of cold smoked duck fat. Yes, you know I like to flex. You literally just take some rendered out duck fat, place it in a small bowl, wrap it in plastic wrap, insert a tube of a cold smoke gun, such as a Breville, assuming you have one. If you don't, I guess you just enjoy this. Cold smoke it with the wood of your choice, then let it sit for 5 minutes, and repeat until it's as smoky as you like it. Maybe a little overboard, but just trust Papa. Anyway, heat that over medium-high heat, and once it's melted and reaping hot, add in 4 cloves of thinly sliced garlic and fry, stirring constantly just until they begin to toast to a light brown. Then immediately add 2 finely diced shallots, 2 finely diced red chilies, these are red Fresno chilies, and 2 green onions which have been finely sliced. Add more oil if necessary, and stir fry over medium heat for about 2 to 3 minutes or until all of your vegetables are beautifully softened and fragrant. Then in a small bowl, crack 2 to 3 large eggs, whisk them together till homogenized, then add them to your stir-fried vegetables along with a small pinch of salt. Let that cook for a couple seconds, then stir fry together. Try not to break up your eggs too much, all right? We're not making soft scrambled eggs. You want little pieces to bite into. It's nice. Then once your eggs are nice and cooked and look like this, add 3.5 to 4 cups of already cooked cold rice. Unless you cooked it poorly, then just throw it in the trash. Stir fry that together for 2 minutes or until the rice begins to lightly toast in some areas and everything is hot. Then add 2 teaspoons of ground white pepper and 2 teaspoons of, you guessed it, Papa's favorite cheat code of cuisine. Toss it all together, turn off the heat, and finally grab some strawberry jam and...
That's a joke. That's a joke, all right? Not gonna make that mistake.
Instead, add your fried rice sauce from earlier, you know, with the galangal and all that. Stir and toss that together until evenly distributed and mixed throughout. We do this with the heat off to retain those nice, sharp, delicate garlic and galangal flavors without them going bitter. Then just pop your fried rice onto a nice plate, hit it with your incredibly crispy fried shallots, some thinly sliced green onion, and I believe that it's about time that we taste test this.
Okay, so this is one of the first times we've ever done a butt better and not tasted the food that we're butt bettering. Hypothetically, his could be better, but judging off what we saw, how that video went.
This looks pretty good.
Spoon. That is a beautiful, most amazing fried rice. The MSG in this really hits. It hits different. You got the spice from the chili and the sambal, that toasty garlic, the crunchy toasty shallots, and I really like that contrast of like fresh garlic flavor and toasted garlic flavor. It really plays well. This is one of the more deeply flavored fried rice that I've had. Normally it's like kind of flat and like you get very basic flavors. The one that Uncle Roger did looks very good, but it's also very basic in flavor. This is intense, it's layered, it's got many, many layers of flavor. Uncle Roger, I wanna know, how did I do?
You want to know what else is full of perfectly cooked rice and beautiful long-haired men? Well, maybe not the last part, but B-roll.
All right, guys, and that is it. So we made Uncle Roger's fried rice butt better, and we absolutely slang, or I hope we did. Look, at the end of the day, Uncle Roger, if you're watching, I hope you love this. I hope you enjoy it. I did this for you. I did this for the people. We did this for everybody. The whole point was, well, to shine the light on a proper fried rice. And hopefully, Uncle Roger, you like it, maybe? Maybe you get a little kiss? I'm sorry you don't like the baby voice. Oh, it's so hard. Those people have long clicked off at this point. Uncle Roger, Papa Keys. So with all that said, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you